The truth about One Piece Netflix live action. This is the utter truth. Nothing else but the hardcore truth. It was good. It was good. Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece. It was good. And better than that, I dare say it was great. It was great. You know why? Because One Piece has done something that hasn't been done before or has been done in a while. Yeah, a while. It was a good live action of an anime. Now, me personally, last year they came out with Cowboy Bebop. I liked it. Damn near, I loved it. It was good, but the fandom and everybody else, they didn't enjoy it. All right, cool. It didn't crack no numbers. It didn't do cool. One Piece live action, number one, in pretty much every metric Netflix had to upload, surpassing that of Stranger Things Season 4 and Wednesday. Number one in 84 countries, number one TV show, One Piece live action did that. But let's talk about why it was so good and why I feel like Oda's creating two One Pieces. Okay? The live action version and then the anime slash manga version. The arcs are pretty much streamlined, which I think is good. It cuts away from the extra fat, the extra episodes, and gets right into the important parts, which I feel like is definitely something that they needed to do. It's over 1,000 episodes, in the anime, over 1,000 plus chapters in the manga. You got to cut out some extra fat. You got to cut out stuff that not necessarily is important or as important, and that's okay. And that's one of the first few things they did do. The comedy, for the most part, it lands. Some of it comes off as a little forced, especially the scenes with Usopp, but I never expected to laugh at Zoro, especially the little minute nuances that he adds to his details. Like Makinu, the actor, pretty much just nailed it spot on from spot on. Makinu as Zoro is the heart and soul of this show, as well as Inaki, and pretty much honestly everybody else. But Zoro, the actor, great. He really shows that, like, he knows how to act. Two, he knows how to do choreographed fights. I believe he was in Ronin Kenshin, the live action from not Netflix, from Japan. And Inaki honestly just really bodies and embodies Luffy. At the core of his character, Inaki really tries to become Luffy, as if that's possible. Beautiful. I also like that the show takes certain liberties and doesn't fully rely on the source material. Obviously, Oda, which is pretty much a producer, a creator, he's walking them through this and they're getting the okay from him. So they're clearly like, okay, go ahead, do what you got to do. Oda's just pretty much giving the approval. So the fact that they don't got to super rely on the source material is great. Even though they completely are. Like Arlong Park was great. The Baratier was great, but I like how they didn't put too much focus, for example, on Don Krieg or Gin. Gin clearly doesn't really play a factor later on, as we know, but he is somebody that's very important to Sanji's character arc. So the fact that we did get to see Gin, because I was just kind of worried about that, like, Don Krieg got defeated by Mihawk in a matter like this, like literally maybe a minute and a half by Mihawk. I was worried that we wouldn't see Gin, and Gin was very important to Sanji's character and Luffy kind of knowing who Sanji is. Like, I'm always going to help somebody that feeds. I'm always going to help somebody that's hungry. I'm going to feed them, etc., etc. I love that. It makes for cutting corners a lot easier, pretty much seamless in my opinion. The acting is a little, up in there, but I feel like it's intended. It's like everything is purposely done to make One Piece live action feel like One Piece, even if they're overdoing it. Like Usopp to me was a great actor because he really tried to be Usopp. Luffy to me was a great actor because he tried to be Luffy. Like everybody, they went the extra mile, and even if it looked a little awkward or they're crying or help me, it looked great because that's exactly how we envision the live action to be. Otherwise, you don't make the live action. Because it's a lot of the time it's gonna look a little shoddy. It's gonna look a little cringy. It's gonna look a little weird. But that's what we're here for. One Piece isn't the perfect series. It's not the easiest series to adaptate. It's not Death Note. It's not Full Metal. Okay, it's a full on comedy shonen fantasy where they do cringy stuff, and that's okay because that's what we're here for. Number one in all country, man, or 84 countries. You can't beat that. You can't beat that at all, honestly. All right. So I fully expected to like this 100%, and me personally, I did. All right, I think the intention of Oda's global scale was accomplished. Oda said that One Piece live action is his last chance at One Piece being worldwide. He succeeded, number one in pretty much every metric possible. Greenlit for a season 2. I told countless people Oda's creating 2 versions of One Piece, the anime manga version and the live action version. Oda has the competence to know certain things won't translate to live action, hence cutting stuff out. Oda also understands that he has to cut out certain parts to adhere, to the overall story, or maybe incorporate certain things. Give certain characters bigger roles, even if it's too early, aka Garp, aka Helmeppo, aka Kobe, etc., etc. I can't wait for more. So, in my opinion, as we wrap this up, I'll keep it short. It's a live action worthy of a season 2 simply to do a better job at adjusting. Oda, in my eyes, did a great job at holding their hand and giving them what exactly his vision is. And I feel like his vision is exactly what we saw. 100%. And the most important thing, the live action didn't feel soulless. It didn't feel like that it was just null. It had a lot of life and room for improvement. I selfishly have an 8 out of 10, possibly 9 out of 10. I want to give it a rewatch to do more of a deeper understanding, but I loved it. From all the characters, like, and you're going to see a streamline of characters coming throughout, but like from all the characters, I loved it. Mihawk was great. Ben Beckman's a little, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Fluidity wise, as they were moving and Shanks and the whole crew, Red Pirates, all that was great. Seeing a little bit of the hockey when, Shanks get his arm cut off, saving Luffy. The young counterparts of Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji. Yeah, there we go. Okay. They were great. They all look like them. Again, and even the story kind of just getting like a bit messed up and added on like that, to me, it felt good because I understood what they need to do and what direction they wanted to go. At the end of the day, they pretty much covered all of East Blue. About 50 plus episode of East Blue was in season 1. The only thing we're missing is Lone Town. And that's going to incorporate Tashigi and Smoker and then obviously Dragon. After that, we're going to get to, I believe, what are we going to get? To Laboon, okay? We already got hinted at the Baroque Works from episode 1, I believe, with Zoro. So we're going to see a little bit of that. That's going to be great. And then at the end of season 2, since it is greenlit, hopefully we get that next year at the very least, 2025. We should, at the end of season 2, we should be in the middle. Honestly, I wouldn't even say beginning. We should be in the middle of Alabasta, maybe even the end. Not the complete end, but if we get everything. Now, who knows how they're going to do it? We don't know how they're going to do Alabasta because a lot of characters show up around Alabasta. You get Chopper. You get Poor God's D-Ace. I think you even get, I'm not even sure who else you get. You get a lot of characters, honestly. You get a lot of characters. Either way, I can't wait to see more. Again, I loved it. I liked it. It was good. It was great. It's not the best anime live action to me. I'm like biased. I got One Piece at probably number 1, 2, or 3, but my top 3 are easily One Piece, Alita, and the Full Metal Alchemist, The Revenge of Scar Netflix live action that came out last year. Those 3 are my favorites. I know people got Rurouni Kenshin on live action. I never watched that one. I heard people say Attack on Titan was pretty decent. There's a lot of them. But for me personally, my top 3, One Piece, live action, Netflix, Full Metal Alchemist, The Revenge of Scar, and Alita. Those 3 are my favorite live action animes. I think the best ones, in my opinion. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Until then, I'm going to make another video, and you will see me tomorrow.